Now, on to the next lesson. This one is about thought journals. Ah man, I remember keeping one, and then I remember that some events happened in my fucking house. Oh boy, I remember like I started keeping a journal, but then I just kind of abandoned it. Not gonna lie, thought journals are absolutely amazing. They can be helpful, but after a fun visit, honestly, I don't know. Here's the thing, I have a bunch of negative thoughts. I always have those thoughts. Not always, I mean, but you know. I tend to have those thoughts. I record absolutely everything without any prejudice whatsoever. I just think what I think. And typically, if I record those mindlessly, it could be incriminating evidence. You know, I guess I probably would have been incriminated long ago, considering all the fucking vent posts I made on Tumblr some time ago. But then again, I've never kept one because I just thought, you know, if I really am just gonna keep and record all my damn thoughts and be truthful about myself, even if I don't mean any harm, nor really plan to, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I feel like that's just incriminating evidence for any number of crimes that I don't even know or am aware of, so I never kept one. Or really kept one that's active. And also, most of my journals are just like, I spent time on the computer. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. I looked at memes. Well, then again, I'm currently engaging more in the social life after getting the work and crap, so maybe it'd be interesting. Maybe I should keep one now, at least try to, but yeah, I kinda don't want to. It's a pain, and sometimes I just don't. It feels, I don't know. I feel like I have way too much trauma that coping mechanisms just don't fucking work on me. So many of them. But then again, practice makes perfect. Immediate results won't always show. You just gotta try your best to change. Thought journals are the use of writing down your negative feelings and identifying patterns of harmful and often illogical thinking. Yeah, and it turns out that can be used against you. Legally. Which is why I don't keep it. I don't keep one at all. Yeah, I really didn't fucking know that. I really didn't know that. Because why the fuck? You could prove in the law of court. I could literally. Why on earth would anyone reasonably fucking believe that shit? But, you know? Yeah, no. Those journals can actually be used as like a sign of bad thoughts, and you could probably be incriminated for that shit. I really don't know what else to say. I would not keep one simply for that reason, especially like considering that I'm probably on a watch list for reasons that you guys probably don't think of. Obvious joke comes to mind if you've ever paid attention to what I like and crap, but it's not for that. I'll never get incriminated for that. That's just stupid. Well, unless the law changes and all that crap, but otherwise, it's not really fucking stupid. You know? I'm not really I don't know how else to explain it. I'm just explaining it live on feed. I probably should take my time to think about it, but whatever. And try and figure out the proper words to describe what I'm thinking of, but whatever. Then challenging those lines of thinking with more helpful, balanced, and logical thoughts. Man, I wish. First, you're right about what exactly is causing you the stress and why. Be as specific as you can. Write down what you're feeling. You can even note the intensity of how you feel. Then, when you have written it out, identify the portions of rational thinking present in what you have written. Finally, after you have identified the rational portions, change them with a more healthy, balanced thoughts that are based on logic. Unfortunately, sometimes things aren't exactly healthy but are based on logic. That's why I'm still stuck the way I am! Oh, therapy has never worked on me, ever! Well, I certainly have changed a bit, but man. After recent events, I don't know if that change was for the good or the worse. Feels like everything I've been told has been a lie. Certainly I feel like I've become a better person, but at the same time, wow. I sometimes wish I was still the bitter person that I once was. This is helpful not only because you're challenging your beliefs again, but also because writing down your thoughts allows you to give them a whole new perspective that can help you cope better. Now the tricky part is identifying what exactly you wrote down that's irrational. I think it's best if I just give you an example of what a proper thought journal entry looks like. That also works. Take a look at this. I tailor-made it for common situations humans face. Okay, how do I hide? Shift? Control? I don't know. Oh well, I'll still read it. What's bothering me? I think my friends actually don't like me and don't want to hang out with me because I'm a depressed person who brings them down. How this makes you feel? Sad, depressed, lonely, hopeless. How bad it feels? 7 out of 10, that hurts pretty bad. I feel like it'd be the same thing, but honestly, it's just like, It's not something that bothers me. I don't know, it just feels like, oh well, you just gotta live with it. Mind reading. Irrational lines of thinking present in this thought. I'm assuming what my friends are thinking about me even though I cannot read their minds. There's no way to know what they're thinking without them actually telling me. Negative assumptions. I'm only thinking that my friends don't like me. However, I did not take into account the nice things they've done for me that prove that they do in fact like me. Or it could be because they're just being nice to you. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. People keep facades for the stupidest fucking reasons. Like, there's one thing of like, I don't know which one's worse, honestly. Faking your kindness or just being honest that you hate someone. I really don't know. Emotional reasoning. I'm going off of this based on feeling alone, and not logic. There's no evidence to suggest that my friends secretly despise me. Unless they've been ignoring you for a really, really long time. Was a more balanced, reasonable thought. My friends wouldn't actually be my friends if they didn't like me. I can always ask them if there's anything I can do that puts them in a worse mood, or they can just tell me themselves and we can work from there. Oh, sometimes they just don't work from there because they feel like it will hurt your feelings, and then it suddenly just spirals out of control, compounding into a worse situation. Isn't that fun? People don't know how to talk these days. People don't want to communicate because sometimes the truth hurts. Of course, the truth shouldn't hurt, but it does. And of course, no one ever actually makes it that clear, do they? It's just pain. Like, I'm just going in here with like the most depressed situations now that I think about it. And I'm just like, yeah, this is helpful as shit, but I know damn well it's not working on me because I've already tried it. Because holy shit, now that there's like a war fucking looming around, yeah, I wish that I can just think positively. There's no way a war will start and like people all over the world aren't trying to murder each other over mundane things, and there's no cultist mindset that makes people hate each other over because they're part of a group or have some certain quality to them or come from some place or whatever for some stupid dumb fucking reason. Because clearly that never happens in the entire fucking history of ever, including not skin at all. Never skin at all, or even belief. Surely that never fucking happened. And boy, you know, I've been predicting a fucking world war since I was a goddamn kid. I'm predicting the world's ending at least by this year. So anyway, I'm probably gonna end up dying because I don't have a bunker nearby. Yeah. And with that, you should have an understanding of what a thought journal is and how to use it. Well, actually, the way that was set up, it wouldn't be confusing at all. You couldn't incriminate someone unless you really censored it and omit so much information. Which is something that I'm pretty sure the feds do. It involves more effort, but can be more helpful. That's generally what you have to put in when it comes to more extensive therapy. That explains why therapy also doesn't work. I'm too lazy. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, on to the final lesson. Yes, I'll end the video here so it's shorter and more digestible. Yeah, keeping a thought journal will help. I just never really used one, ever. Well, I guess technically I have. I am currently turning it into a story, a fictional story with fictional characters and whatsoever. problems I face with, and then go through it with fictional characters. That is technically another form of therapy. I was actually inspired by it after watching playthroughs of Cry of Fear and playing through it myself. Turning philosophies and lines of thought, chains of thought into actual characters and having like them like symbols of those ideas just battle each other out in like cool action stuff. Which one would win? Which one would lose? What makes them win? What makes them lose? It's technically, I guess that's another thing. I feel like that's I don't know what's the official thing on it, but it's completely different from that. I feel like that technically it would work. It's just not the normal way. And I don't know how effective it is. And also I haven't really started on it, like with all my other stories. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. I wonder if I should start one. Nah.